Hey there. So I'm back again. So this is really a good eye opener, okay? Bear with me, guys. Why do I think that cryptos in general, all across the board, doesn't matter, safe, no safe? Well, first of all, there's no such thing as safe in this world, but um, nevertheless, why do I think they're all gonna dump? And when I say dump, like they're gonna take a doozy and say adios, baby. Um, and not obviously for long because the future is moving in that direction. But why do I think it's gonna drop, especially when the AMC and the meme stocks are squeezing? And by the way, I don't think AMC is gonna squeeze by itself or one by one or GameStop by itself or whatever. They're gonna try to, bang this out all at once so that they can implement all the new systems and the new rules and everything. So all that stuff is gonna be behind. Um, Even positions that does not like that don't go up as crazy that you would think that they would squeeze as much, but there are many that are way over leveraged and over synthetically created, over and shorted. It's not just the AMC and GameStop that's even the highest only or not. No, you'd be surprised, like the sundials, and people are sleeping on BBIG. BBIG is a baby AMC slash the following there is like growing. The community is growing like crazy in it. Um, it's very, very intriguing of a company and all its fundamentals. The one thing I love about that company is the fundamentals there are actually really good. Yeah, the company could be doing so much better in the PR and their decision making and everything, but I feel like at this point everybody is kind of bought out or inside the club. They're all in the same club, so that it is what it is. But as a stock investor, you just gotta go with what you got, and fundamentally it's even a better company than GameStop or AMC combined. Now relax, I know we all love, we have like a cult loving following for specifically those two companies, but I'm just stating out the truth, guys. um, the truth is the truth. The company is different. This one has so much to it. It has two other companies that it purchased. It has no debt. It's just like BBIG is just looking up. Anyways, that's just speaking on fundamentals now. How many synthetics? Yes, most likely it has less than AMC or GameStop, but nevertheless, it's still part of that meme stock circle. So anyways, back to our point, to our main topic. I'll talk about BBIG in a different video on its own and give it its due justice. So for those of you who like BBIG or are in BBIG, please write your comments and like and share the video so that other BBIG investors can hear the word around. I don't see a lot of people covering that, and it deserves attention for sure. So anyways, again, guys, I'm gonna start out with saying that I'm not a financial advisor, as I always say. So my channel, this is just merely my own opinion. If anybody has any conviction, any play or whatever, don't take my word for it and go blindly into anything. This is just, again, like my mere opinion. If you agree with it, you agree with it. If you don't agree with it, it doesn't change my life or yours. So anyways, let's get started. The crypto, why will it dump? I'm gonna take you guys back on a different spinoff. No one is saying this. Go back. When I say do your research and always have like a different mindset when you're approaching stocks and stuff, you're gonna do the right kind of research. So to understand why something is doing what it's doing, or to know what to expect out of it. And what do I mean by that? Go look back. Do you remember when they first rolled out the first stimulus checks back in mid 2020, about May or June 2020? And on top of that, they rolled out PPP loans, SBA loans, basically forgiven loans for businesses, small businesses or large businesses. So it wasn't just, if you were happy you got your $1,200 or $2,000 or whatever. You can only bet that those big companies, these hedge funds, got millions of dollars, not hundreds of millions of dollars, in forgiving grants for the as collateral for the damage of the coronavirus shut down the pandemic. Now, again, this is hypothetical, but I think this is what's happened. If you go look back on the timelines, both crypto pushes, that when both the crypto world started pushing up, like ludicrous style, like, you know, boom, just like banged out crazy. If you look at the timeline, they both pumps came literally right after both stimuluses that were rolled out, or pumps the government, whenever the government pumped the market, or stimulated the market, as the feds like to say. You know, that, and again, I'm not implying anything on anyone, just so that I can protect myself legally, but this is exactly what I think. This is my channel, these are my thoughts. You can entertain it, you can agree with it, you can not agree with it, but personally, I think I looked at the timeline and I seen those things happen around that time frame. So I think most of these individuals were taking these forgiving grants, and in return, they were going and dumping them in cryptos, pumping them up. Remember, tax, no tax, still no tax on it. That was their chance before any regulations really cracked down on cryptos. Plus, they get to keep that money there and see where it goes. And plus, they make people, you and I, think that this is the floor now. So, for example, when going to AMC, when AMC jumped to $72, $74, and dropped down to 60, when it went down to 50, people were saying, oh, I bought the dip. When it went back down to 40s, people were like, I bought the dip. You know, they thought that was the dip. Then it went down to the 30s, and they're like, oh my God, this is absolutely the dips. So they went and bought, like, loaded up on that. But guess what? It went down to the 20s, like, way later, and they're like, wow, there's no way. Who's lucky enough to get this price? Guess what? It even dipped down to the 15 and even the 14 lately. Could by tomorrow go down to 13, 12, maybe max, if they go aggressively at it one more final good time. If this is supposed to be, as all the signs are showing, that next week could be the beginning of the rise, or in the near future, then I could see them giving it one last crazy push, you know? And guess what? The point is, you don't know what the bottom is, because they loaded up so much. They are the ones, the institutions mostly in crypto are the ones that are moving the crypto and pushing it up higher. Don't get me wrong, obviously it's much more, as unregulated as crypto is much more regulated than the stock market, sadly. So why do you think, like, why do I think that when it dumps, it's gonna dump like crazy? Look back. Here's how I think the bottom is gonna go. I look back at what Bitcoin was around 2019. And you guys could refresh my memories. I don't have it looked up in front, but I looked at it many times before. It was like in the bottom $4,000 to $5,000. It was like, yeah, 4, 5, 6, something like that. Bouncing 9, 10, 5, 4, 5, 6, early 2020. Personally, it would be crazy to see it go down that low, but I don't rule it out. I don't rule it out. I think, well, of course, it's gonna go down to the 20s. That's. I mean, again, I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not for sure, but I won't rule out it, be it going back down to the double digits. Where, yeah, well, no, not double digits. That's too crazy. I'm just messing with you guys. Like 10,000 or under. And the crazy part about that, you can't think of it now. You might be like, oh, that's crazy. But guess what? I told people that Tesla, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, was around that time, it was around 1,300. And I was said that I could see Tesla in the near future dropping down to 850 and even underneath it. And these guys, I have it even, like, you know, at that time too, I was writing it on Webull. I have an account there, but I'm not sponsored by Webull or anything. Not my whole account. I did transfer most of my account from there, but there's some that I like to keep there just so I can have 2 brokerages, because I don't totally agree that the fact that, yeah, they are payment for order flow app, but I don't totally think that you're gonna totally get screwed with Webull or even Robinhood. I looked at Webull. I saw that, you know, when you watch the Nets game in Brooklyn, their logo is on that jersey. You're not gonna have no company on that that's gonna just default or go out. Again, my thoughts. So I have some positions there, but most of my other positions I switched to another brokerage, one that is not a payment for order flow, even though they're all on the same page and they're all crooked. So anyways, why do I think that it could drop down there? Because when they deplete all that money out to get it out, you don't think like they're going to do the same thing that's happened with AMC. When people see it drop down to 29, 28, 31, 30, people are going to load the boat and they're going to dump it more. And when people see it drop down possibly to the bottom 20, 16, 15, people are going to sell because they're like, oh, this thing is going to do what it did back in 2016, 17, 18, 2012, of it going up to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and then dump back down to $200. So learn, people, learn from the past and learn from what happened in the market before. If you don't know, well, guess what? Now you know. I give you that. So again, they will use the cryptos to recover from the downfall of this. But until now, we need to understand totally what the government's position is going to be. Yes, reverse repo, I put that in that video. It's mainly for that, to stress the market. Like basically they're testing out how many securities are out there and how much this could cost them. In general, the whole play. And I don't know, will the DTC invoke its insurance plan? That's, I believe it's like around 62 to about $70 trillion. Will it do that? If it does that, it's your lucky day, guys, you and me. If not, then the numbers that we're looking for are not even going to be met by any close imagination, no matter what we cry wolf about. So again, I'm gonna leave some for some other videos. Much love, guys. That's it for tonight. Have a great night. I'll see you guys on the next video. Much love, AB.